Hi everyone, it's Stephanie. My YouTube channel is Lucky Snugs, and today I'm going to show you the very first junk journal that I've made. I did it for a swap on a Facebook group. I left the cover pretty plain because I really love the embossing here and I wanted that to show, and I've just used some Mod Podge to adhere some lace that I bought at the fabric store, and then I bought these metal corners from Tim Holtz, which I think really dress it up quite a bit. And then on the spine I have just a little keychain with a little pendant type thing from Seven Gypsies. When I open it up, I've left the cover page plain because I really like the artwork. And then the first page is vellum. And then this is an old greeting card that I bought in a big packet of greeting cards from the thrift store. And I've just adhered some lace and a tissue paper heart that I used Mod Podge again. And this is some Graphic 45 scrapbook paper. And this is a foil library envelope that someone sent me in a swap. In it I put a cute little paper doll. I bought some of these on eBay. It's from 1969. It's a Mattel tiny little doll called Little Kittles, and they also did some paper dolls as well. And then she has a cute little dress that she comes with as well. I really like these. I bought about 10 of them because I think they're just so adorable. And more scrapbook paper. And this is an old-time book, little booklet that I bought again at a thrift store about bicycles. And this is an envelope. And this is tissue paper here, and then this is just an image from a notebook pad, and then I painted the flap and adhered a little paper bow embellishment. And inside just a couple of journaling cards from Graphic 45. This page is a grocery bag, and I covered it with Mod Podge and adhered a napkin with pink flamingos on it, and I don't know how well you can see the shimmer, but I bought the shimmery Mod Podge and I cannot believe the amount of glitter in it. It's incredible. And this is an image from the book Journeys Through Bookland, and then I just Mod Podged a ribbon across it and some decoupage tissue paper. And this is from a children's book, and then I used a K & Company acrylic embellishment. And this is some washi tape that I bought. It's so cute. It has pumpkins and then like young teenage girls who are kind of dressed for school. And then just more cardstock embellishments and a little tab up here, which I needed to put on because it's really easy to just not see the middle. So I put this tab here so you can see that it opens up. And this is more of the paper bag with the glittery Mod Podge. And then this is some, it's a flyer I got from Sprinkles Cupcakes, which is a pretty famous cupcake store. So I thought that would be fun to add, and just some ribbon that I put on the edge. And then more of the shimmery pink flamingos. And this is the other half of the business envelope, just with some washi tape and another cardstock embellishment. When you turn it over, it's my favorite part. I just love the little, what is this called? The see-through. I can't think of what it's called now. Acetate, maybe? Anyway, you can see through it. And again, another Little Kittles. It's not really a paper doll. It's an ice cream cone. I think it's really cute. Little Kittles used to come in plastic bottles. They're really cute plastic bottles, or sometimes a plastic ice cream cone, and they had like a perfumey scent, and I just loved them when I was a little kid. Here's more of the bicycle pamphlet and more of the scrapbook paper. And this is a used tea bag that was emptied and then dried out, and then an image was stamped on it. I traded it with my friend Phoenix Ewing. And this is the other half of the greeting card that had the little old woman feeding the pigeons. And then up here is a paper clip with some ribbon on it. You can see it a little bit better here. And more of the greeting card and the rosebud vellum. This is more of the bicycle pamphlet, and this page was blank. So I just adhered a couple strips of scrapbook paper, and then this is from a sewing pattern, a vintage sewing pattern. And here it is on the other side, and then just a heart put on it. And these, I really like these. These are from my favorite board game, Clue, and it's the little score pad. And I just put a couple of those in there. And then this is from a game I purchased at a thrift store. It's hosting a murder party. And so this is the instruction book. And the murder takes place on a ship. So here's a picture of the ship. And then a little piece of scrapbook paper with bird eggs. I think it's so pretty. And this is just some tissue paper with some type of Asian language. I think it might be Chinese. I got it from some makeup, from some Giorgio Armani makeup that I bought. And I just thought it was so pretty. And I stamped a butterfly on it. And this is from a St. Patrick's Day greeting card. It's a kitty in a little hat. And I left this blank because I've heard you're supposed to leave some pages blank so that the recipient can add things if they choose to. And this is another envelope, and I drew a picture of a rat and just put this on here like it's a stamp. It says Create Art. And you lift it up, and inside are some vintage bridge tallies that I bought on eBay. This one has a bird, this one's kind of blank, and this is just from a Tim Holtz journaling card pack. This is a map from Disneyland. You can open it up. And then on the other side, it's from the Halloween party, which was a whole lot of fun. So I put that in there. Another envelope. You can see the other side. And inside, a couple of tags that I got in a swap. I like to use the things that people give me in swaps. This is the other side of the St. Patrick's Day greeting card, and it says, just peeking in to wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. And I just adhered a cardstock flower and some washi. And then this is from a National Geographic magazine. And the other side of the scrapbook paper that had the eggs on it, and I just did a bird punch out. And this is the back half of the How to Host a Murder booklet. And this is a hand that I cut out from an old book, and it's I think instructions on palm reading. And here's the Clue score pads. This is the front page of the bicycle booklet that I got. And this is the other cover page for the book, Journeys Through Bookland. And then I just edged it in Tim Holtz washi. And then I bought a pack of what seemed like 10,000 bingo cards. So many come in a pack. And so I adhered that with some Mod Podge, and then I put my own glitter in it. It's kind of a copper colored glitter. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then I stuck a stamp from Canada on one of the spaces, and then this is one of those, I think it's called Clyban cats, so I cut that out. And here's a pretty doily. It's white on the other side. And this is an part of an instruction book for a card game called Rook. And I adhered a cardboard pink gem on there, and then tabs. I really like tabs in the junk journals. This is from a magazine called Cooks Illustrated, and the person's making, I think they're making like a German pancake, and an illustration from a children's book. And this is part of a wedding invitation sample. I thought the flowers were really pretty. And here's some gold vellum. And this is something that took me forever. I used my paper cutter, and I cut out each sentence of the book, and then I wove them all together. Let's see if we can get it closer. I really like the effect. It did take quite a while, but I was just sitting around watching a movie anyway. And then inside are a couple of large journaling tags. There's this one, and then here's one that's just a transparent. And the other side is, it's the other side of the envelope. It came from my husband's boarding school that he went to in high school, and they have such a pretty campus, so I decided to use the envelope. And this is from a vintage McCall's pattern envelope. And I actually had this pattern. I used to make camisoles in the late 70s. And I just thought it was really pretty. You open it up, and I think this is my favorite page. It's peacocks. I Mod Podged the envelope and then put a napkin down with peacocks, and then I used some turquoise lace and then just kind of a really shiny bit of lace. And then again I mixed copper colored glitter into the Mod Podge. I don't know if you can see it, but it just has such a pretty copper colored glimmer. More from a children's book, and the other half of the envelope from my husband's school. And then inside I just put some bird stickers that I bought, and then a really pretty little journaling card that says dream big. And this is a large journaling card. It says travel far and wide. And gold vellum. And this is the other half of that wedding invitation that I thought was so pretty. And then this is from some junk mail. They opened up a big liquor warehouse. What is it? I think it's called Total Wine or Totally Wine, something like that. But their junk mail that they send me is so pretty that I frequently cut the images out. More from the children's book. And then I just painted this with kind of a navy blue paint, and then dipped a small drinking glass into green paint and just kind of stamped it around. And this is more from the card game Rook and the doily. And this was part of an Ephemera pack that I bought. And this is from a board game I bought at a thrift store called Ice Bite Eagle Eye. And then I adhered, this is from a K & Company flower embellishment pack, so I just adhered that. And another grocery bag, and then this is from a Martha Stewart doily pack that's really intended for baking, like to line a tin that you're going to put cookies in. And I just adhered it with Mod Podge. And on this side, it's a bird from a Martha Stewart collage pack, and then some lace, and then a ribbon. And this is an envelope, and I painted it with a metallic watercolor. And then this is part of the cover page that says Journeys Through Bookland. And I put in a Tim Holtz tag. Not really a tag, photo card, I guess is what it is. And then a tag that I made. And this is a really pretty piece of graphic 45 scrapbooking paper. And this is a bag from See's Candy, very popular candy store here in California. And I know they have them in some other states. Other states are not fortunate enough to have one. But I really like the images on the bag. And when you open it up, first of all, I glued some ribbon right here, just so that you can see that it opens up. And this is from I believe it's a Bo Bunny pack that was a circus theme, so it has a camel. And some more of these vintage bridge tallies that I bought on eBay. And what's fun is that some of them have the scores written on them, which I think is kind of cool. And this is the back of the See's Candy bag, and I adhered a napkin onto it. And this is a business envelope that I turned inside out and then drew on. So you know how they have, I think they're called security envelopes, and they have a design on the inside that's supposed to make it so that you can't read what's inside the envelope until you open it. So I just opened it up and turned it inside out, and I kind of like that. And on the inside, just a color card from a bridal invitation sample pack, and then a couple of Rook cards, which I really like. I really love the ravens on them. I think ravens are cool. Some people think crows are creepy, but I think they're kind of cool. This is a 3x5 card that I sprayed Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist on it, purple and gold, and then a Tim Holtz card. And then this is from National Geographic again. And this is from a museum I went to in Washington, D.C. It's the Hirshhorn Museum, and this exhibit was really incredible. And this is the other half of the 3x5 card, and again an image from National Geographic. And then I just tore out a paper bag that I use as kind of my, what do you call it, when you lay the paper bag down and you're going to paint, so it doesn't, like a drop cloth. Yeah, so I had one that was getting pretty old, so I just tore it up and used it in this. And then the business envelope again. And on this side I have, what's in here? Some interesting playing cards. I like to use playing cards because I think the images are pretty. And then a couple of journaling cards. I'm always trying to think of new and interesting things I can put inside envelopes. The other back of the See's Candy bag that has the envelope Mod Podged on. And then here's more of the graphics. Let me see if I can lift it up. They just have really cool graphics. And this is the other half of the Graphic 45 scrapbook paper. This is part of the book Journey Through Bookland, and this is from the poem by Edgar Allan Poe, Annabel Lee, which I think is a pretty poem. And this is a business envelope, and I wanted to make it look like it's a cat staring up at an aquarium. So I put on the inside of the envelope scrapbook paper that looks like water, like a swimming pool, and then I just bought some fish embellishments, and the cat is a stamp. I think it looks like he's looking up at a fish tank. And then, inside is just a journaling card. If you're watching this and you have any great ideas of things to put in the envelopes, go ahead and list it in the comments. I'm always looking for new things. And again, this is the Mod Podge that I mixed bronze glitter into, and this is part of a paper napkin, but I actually cut the image out instead of using the whole napkin, and then I also Mod Podged a ribbon on there. I do a lot of work with the napkins because I think you get really nice color saturation, and they're just so quick and easy. You just lay down some Mod Podge and then put the napkin on top and then put Mod Podge on it again. And you can use the glossy, or you can use the one that has glitter into it. I can't remember what it's called, shimmer or something. I'm really enjoying using the matte because it's very forgiving, the matte finish. Okay, so the back of the grocery bag with the Martha Stewart doily, and this is the back of the I Spy instructions, and I just glued a little bird nest image down. We're getting to the end, I promise. I Spy again with a flower and a dragonfly. This is a how-to book on playing bridge, and I covered it in the copper glittered Mod Podge. And then this is a photograph of Alcatraz that I took when I was visiting there on a spring day. The gardens are just so pretty there in the springtime, and I just stuck it on there to be silly. This is the inside of the bridge book, and I just used watercolor to paint vines. And this is another vintage pattern. It's a Butterick pattern from the 70s, and my sister had this pattern. She sewed herself a suit. So a lot of these kind of have happy memories for me. This is another napkin, and it's the Eiffel Tower. This is just a piece of, I think it's printer paper, and it has some poppies on it. And I left it blank because, as I said before, I've heard you're supposed to leave at least a couple pages blank. This is cardstock that held a PetSmart gift card, and I really liked the cats on it, so I just glued it on. And this is from a Cook's, was it Cooks Incorporated? The Cooks magazine. That's on, they have the show on PBS anyway, so this was one on shellfish. And this is some paper that came with the Martha Stewart collage pack that I bought. That was pretty. And I just glued a car onto the back. This is another business envelope, and I covered it with a paper napkin, and I really like this one. It's cute and pink, and it's got cupcakes and candy on it. And again, I just really love the saturation when you use a napkin. And I put some cards in this one. Just some journaling cards. That one's kind of pretty with the flowers. Hello there, gorgeous. And this one has houses on it. I think it's pretty. And then this is from the Bo Bunny ephemera pack that I got, and it's balloons. And then this is a glossy picture from the book Journey Through Bookland. And then I left this blank. And then this is from the How to Host a Murder game, and it's a blueprint of the ship. And this is a greeting card. It's got a dog on one of the little Vespas. And another cover page from Journeys Through Bookland. And this is a greeting card with a cat. And this is just another piece of paper that I adhered in there. And here's the other half of the business envelope with the napkin on it. And I put a couple of playing cards that have candy on them. These are from the 50s or the 60s. I like buying vintage playing cards. More of the Martha Stewart decoupage pack. And then this is from the Cook's Illustrated, I think it's Cook's Illustrated magazine. More of the shellfish and a blank page. This is the back of the sewing envelope, the pattern envelope, and this is again just another napkin, and I Mod Podged it on. And this is the back of the sewing pattern, and this is again is a used tea bag that's been cut open. Phoenix sent me this, Phoenix Ewing, and she stamped some pine trees, which I think is so pretty, and then just a big butterfly stamp that I have, and then some washi tape that I have that looks like tickets. And this is more of the bridge book, and I just painted a carnation on it, and then adhered just a cardstock butterfly. And this is the end. So more of the bridge booklet, and then here's again the washi tape with the girls and the pumpkins on it, and then a cute stamp that I got in a swap, and it has pencils and a pen with little wings on it. And then this is the back cover, which I left plain because I really like it, and I also left the back pretty plain, but it does have the metal corners on it from Tim Holtz. So that's about it. I also have, I'm going to include a couple of extras. This is just a tiny little scrapbook packet from Teresa Collins, and then some washi tape that has llamas on it. Llamas. So that's it. My very first junk journal. I had so much fun making it. It was way easier than I thought, and I'm definitely going to be making more. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.